'Tis the season to be freezing for a reason. It is time for the Polar Plunges to benefit Special Olympics Michigan. It is the largest fundraiser for the organization. 27 different events across the state where costumes are encouraged. Fun is mandatory. We are so excited to have Special Olympics athlete Matt Campbell and Sergeant Ian Graham. He is with the GRPD here with us this morning. Guys, thanks for being here.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks for having us, Michelle.
All right, so we're talking about the Polar Plunge. Ian, let's start with you. Let's talk about, why law enforcement is involved. What's the correlation between law enforcement and the Special Olympics Polar Plunges?
Law Enforcement Torch Run is the largest grassroots fundraiser worldwide for Special Olympics. And the primary goal of Torch Run is to raise funds and awareness for our athletes. We do that through a variety of different ways. We have runs, which is actually where the name comes from, obviously. But our largest fundraiser is definitely the Polar Plunge.
Yeah.
Here in Grand Rapids, it's almost $100,000 that we raise every year. Michigan, as a Torch Run organization, has raised $2.5 million a year for the last couple years, and all of those funds go to make sure that our athletes compete for free. So law enforcement's been involved since the 80s, and it is our chosen charity. So we are happy to be part of the Special Olympics movement.
Well, we are happy to have you as part of the Special Olympics movement. Now, Mac, you're an athlete. Let's talk about the Polar Plunge. You're going to be doing it. Yeah?
Yeah.
All right. Why? Why do you want to do the Polar Plunge? What does it mean to you?
It means to have fun and never say no.
Never say no. I like that. All right, you have some hardware with you today. Talk about these medals. Talk about the sports that you're involved in.
The bronze is for, I don't know. I actually don't know because I never.
Because you have so many that you just can't even keep track?
Yeah.
What's your favorite sport to compete in?
I think the bronze is for swimming.
Okay.
And then the gold is for football.
Okay.
Because we won states.
Oh, man. Congratulations.
And then the silver is for, I don't know.
I don't know. Okay. Now, have you done a Polar Plunge before?
Yeah.
All right.
6 of them.
So let's tell people, what is it like to do a Polar Plunge?
It's very cold. And very, very cold.
Yeah, it is very cold. Well, what else? Tell me something else. You keep doing it, so there's got to be something good about it, right?
It's helping for raising money for Special Olympics and for the athletes to play basketball and football and all the other sports.
And so as an athlete, tell us how important Special Olympics is to you.
It's very enthusiastic.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun.
It's a good word to describe it.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And Ian, you've been involved with SOMI and with Law Enforcement Torch Run for many, many years. Let's talk about your history and why you continue to do this and what it brings to you and to the other law enforcement involved in this.
Yeah, it's been about 10 years, I think, that I've been involved. I have done several plunges now, and he hit the nail on the head. It is brisk. And I know I've seen you do a few, so you know firsthand.
I do.
But it's absolutely worth it because when you get there and you're in that atmosphere, in that environment, it's sort of a party atmosphere. Lake Michigan Credit Union Ballpark does a great job hosting us, and they open the Pepsi Club so you can get a little liquid bravery if you need it before you make the plunge.
Yeah.
And when you see the total start to rise as the fundraising goes on, right now we're at probably about 20% of what we normally raise, but as those totals start to climb, it's fantastic. This year, Grand Rapids Police Department's getting involved. We're trying to get every agency that we can involved, but it's difficult with staffing and all of that.
Sure.
But Chief Winstrom said, no, we're going to create a committee for Law Enforcement Torch Run, and we're going to get our agency heavily involved. So you'll see Grand Rapids officers for the first time. We have a few other things that the department's working on that we'll be talking about in the next couple weeks to get involved with Torch Run. But it's really about putting officers with athletes and having that time together to talk about what we can do to move forward with the movement of the inclusion revolution that we talk about.
Absolutely.
So.
Well, and you guys really do put your money where your mouth is because you don't just do the run and the Polar Plunge. You guys show up to games and you volunteer a lot. Mac, talk to me about what does it mean to have all of these law enforcement officers there helping out, giving out awards, giving hugs. What does that mean to you?
It means happiness. Very fun to get awards and stuff like that.
Absolutely. And I mean, you just keep raking up the medals, and you're an amazing athlete. Give me a high five.
13, I think.
13? Ooh. All right. Ooh. I love it. Do you have a costume, though, for, you didn't answer? No costume?
Yeah, we talked about that in the green room, and it hasn't decided on one
Do you
yet,
have a costume?
So I have several to choose from
Okay.
because I'm always ready, but we haven't picked a theme yet for
Okay.
our torch runners. And this year we're actually doing, instead of doing individual department teams like we typically do, it's officers and athletes. We're going to be all together.
I love
So picking a theme that covers all of us
Oh,
might be a
man.
little bit challenging. We might have some duplicate costumes, but and we're working on getting our plungers. We usually have about 300 every year. We'd like to see that get a little higher.
Sure.
Because every year it gets higher, it just adds to the fun and adds to the totals. So.
Because it is a party. I mean,
It is.
and you know, you don't have to jump to show up. You can show up and cheer and donate. You can get a 2 chicken to plunge shirt and wear that with pride, you
Yes.
know,
Yes.
because it is so much fun. And you have 27 different events to choose from across the state. So no matter where you're at, Muskegon, there's Big Rapids, there's a lot of other ones. Wherever you're at, there's probably a polar plunge not far away. Anything else you guys want to add? No?
Well, every dollar that we raise goes to make sure that these athletes participate for free.
Yeah.
And we know that, you know, Mac is a good, strong, healthy athlete. We have some athletes that have some other challenges. And if you think about the expense of medical issues, that can be difficult for families. So the idea that they can come and participate and be part of Special Olympics for free is huge. And that's what motivates us and drives us. So even if you're not willing to jump in water, like you say, you can buy the t-shirts, you can make the donations. plungemi.org and look up the Grand Rapids Plunge. You can make your
Yeah.
donations there. And then if you just want to come out and support, like you said, hang out in the Pepsi Club, watch the action. It really is a family environment too,
Yes,
as
it
much
is.
as it's a party.
Yep.
Most people bring my entire family comes every year just to watch me suffer a little, I think.
It is fun to watch. It
Did
is
we raise like $2.5 million?
$2.5 million last year in Michigan, and we have our sights set a little higher this year. We keep improving.
Like 3?
And fun fact, law enforcement torch run since 1981 has raised over $1 billion for Special Olympics
Amazing.
worldwide.
That's a lot.
It is, right? I know. Cheers to the law enforcement torch run. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you.
The Grand Rapids Polar
Thank you.
Plunge coming up February 14th. You guys are awesome. Thank you.
Thank you.
Registration opens at 1. You can really just show up and register. It is free to jump, but man, get a team now. Start raising money. There are prizes to be had for those who raise the money. plungemi.org. Get there, get registered, and let's be freezing for a reason. Cheers.